Browsed https://people.com/cameron-diaz-benji-madden-rare-joint-public-appearance-new jersey-date-9-509599 browsed https://people.com/mandy-more-says-life-is-a-all-hands-on-deck exclusive-11808658 browsed https://people.com/ricky-hatton-dead-boxing-legend-and-former-world-champion-dies-at-46-11809607 rewritten article 1. Ricky Hatton, boxing legend and former world champion, dies at 46 months before his comeback fight. Ricky Hatton, the legendary figure in the world of boxing known affectionately as the Hitman, has tragically passed away at the age of 46. His untimely death has sent shockwaves through the sports community, leaving fans, fellow athletes, and his loved ones in profound mourning. Hatton was discovered deceased in his home in England, and authorities have stated that there are no indications of foul play surrounding the incident. The circumstances of his passing have been handed over to the coroner for further investigation, with the exact cause remaining undisclosed at this time. This heartbreaking event comes just months before what was anticipated to be a highly publicized comeback fight, adding an extra layer of sorrow to the news. Hatton's illustrious career in professional boxing spanned from 1997 to 2012, during which he achieved an impressive record of 45 wins out of 48 bouts. His prowess in the ring earned him multiple world championships in the light welterweight and welterweight divisions, solidifying his status as one of Britain's most celebrated fighters. Hatton's aggressive style, characterized by relentless pressure and powerful combinations, made him a fan favorite, drawing massive crowds to his fights in Manchester and beyond. He was not just a champion. He was a symbol of resilience and determination, rising from humble beginnings in a working-class family to international stardom. His nickname, the Hitman, perfectly encapsulated his no-nonsense approach to the sport, where he often overwhelmed opponents with sheer volume of punches and unyielding stamina. One of the pivotal moments in Hatton's career came in 2009 when he faced the legendary Manny Pacquiao in a high-stakes bout. The fight, held in Las Vegas, ended in a second-round knockout loss for Hatton, marking a significant setback that led him to take a hiatus from the sport. This defeat was a turning point, not only professionally but also personally, as Hatton later opened up about the emotional toll it took on him. He stepped away from boxing for nearly 3 years, using the time to reflect and recover. In 2012, fueled by a desire to reclaim his glory, Hatton made a brief return to the ring against Vyacheslav Senchenko. Unfortunately, he suffered another loss, this time by majority decision, which prompted his final retirement announcement. Despite these challenges, Hatton's legacy endured, and in 2024 he was rightfully inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, an honor that recognized his contributions to the sweet science. Earlier this year, in July, excitement buzzed through the boxing world when it was announced that Hatton would be making a long-awaited comeback. The planned bout against Issa Al-Daa was scheduled for December 2nd, promising to be a spectacle that would allow fans to see the Hitman back in action. Hatton had been preparing rigorously, focusing on getting back into peak physical condition. In interviews leading up to the fight, he expressed immense pride in his transformation, particularly considering the personal battles he had fought off the ring. Hatton was candid about his struggles with mental health and substance abuse, issues that had plagued him in the years following his retirement. He shared how these challenges had tested his resolve, but his journey toward recovery had inspired countless others facing similar demons. Hatton often spoke about how his experiences with depression and addiction had nearly derailed his life, but through therapy, support from family, and a commitment to fitness, he had turned things around. It inspired a lot of people, for me to get in shape again at the age I'm at. Especially bearing in mind all my problems I've had personally with mental health and stuff like that, he reflected in a recent conversation. Regarding his comeback, Hatton reassured fans of his prudence, stating, "It makes me feel so proud that I was so loved and that people get worried when they hear of me making a comeback. But I'm not as daft as I look. I know what fights are beyond me, I know which fights are silly for me, I know which fights I'm capable of and which ones are sensible for me. And this is one of them, so I'll do you proud again." These words highlighted his maturity and self-awareness, traits that endeared him even more to his supporters. Beyond the ropes, Hatton was a devoted family man. He was the proud father of 3 children, daughters Millie and Fern and son Campbell. Additionally, he cherished his role as a grandfather to his granddaughter, Lila, often sharing heartwarming stories about family life that contrasted with his tough guy image in the ring. Hatton's connection to Manchester City Football Club was legendary. He was one of the team's most passionate and revered supporters. The club issued a touching tribute, affirming that he would always be remembered and extending condolences to his family and friends. They planned a special tribute during their upcoming match on September 14th, a gesture that underscores the deep impact Hatton had on his community. The outpouring of tributes following Hatton's death has been overwhelming, reflecting the profound respect he commanded across the sporting world. Mixed martial arts superstar Conor McGregor, known for his own larger-than-life persona, shared a poignant message accompanied by a photo of himself with Hatton, simply stating, "Rest in peace, Ricky Hatton." This simple yet sincere homage speaks to the camaraderie that exists among elite athletes. Similarly, former rival and fellow British boxing great Amir Khan penned an emotional post, emphasizing Hatton's role not just as a fighter but as a friend, mentor and warrior. Khan delved into the importance of mental health awareness, noting, "Today we lost not only one of Britain's greatest boxers, but a friend, a mentor, a warrior, Ricky Hatton. As fighters we tell ourselves we're strong, we train, we sweat, we take hits, we get up. But sometimes the hardest fight happens in silence, in the mind. Mental health isn't weakness. It's part of being human. And we must talk about it. We must reach out. We must lean on each other." He concluded with gratitude for Hatton's grit and the inspiration he provided, saying, "Ricky, thank you for everything. For your fights, your moments of glory, your grit. Thank you for pushing us, showing us what's possible." Even Manny Pacquiao, the man who delivered one of Hatton's most devastating defeats, joined in the remembrances with grace and respect. Pacquiao described Hatton as, not only a great fighter inside the ring but also a brave and kind man in life. He reflected on their shared history, adding, "We shared unforgettable moments in boxing history and I will always honor the respect and sportsmanship he showed." Ricky fought bravely not just in the ring but in his journey through life. He truly had a good fight, and we are all blessed to have been part of his wonderful journey. This tribute from a former adversary illustrates the class and sportsmanship that defined Hatton, turning potential rivalries into bonds of mutual admiration.